Hey everybody, my name is Josh, and this is Wrestling in Review. Uh, Tonight I finished watching. I literally just finished watching Smackdown Live. We kicked off with a promo from Shane, saying that he was impressed with the NXT superstars that were on Raw, that he decided to bring them back to Smackdown Live, and that was Ricochet, Alistair Black, Johnny Gargano, and Tommaso Ciampa. So he was then interrupted by The Miz, who continuously just apologized for losing the match they had at Elimination Chamber against the Usos. He begged Shane to give them a rematch, uh, but they were soon interrupted by the Usos, who egged Shane on into giving them, to giving them a rematch. So it's on. There's a rematch at the Fastlane pay-per-view between the Usos versus Shane McMahon and The Miz. This then led into a match between Alistair Black and Andrade. Now I was looking really forward to this match because they have a lot of history, I guess you could say, from NXT. Alistair Black, I think, took the title from Andrade back when he was known as Andrade Siamas. I think I'm saying that name right. This is a pretty good match. It had a bunch of spots, a lot of good strikes from Alistair Black, even from Andrade. Those knees that Andrade hits, I don't know what he calls them, unless they just call them knees, which is kind of stupid. But in the corner when he runs at the opponent, even when you're viewing it from front wise, you can see, well, you can't see. Well, you can see him open his legs a little bit because he's not going to hit his opponents straight on. But it's hard to tell because he makes it look so good. He makes it look effortless. And then Alistair Black, almost every single shot he does makes it look like it hurts. And especially when he really hits that black mass like he did tonight, and he hits it and they show it at such a good angle, and this smash, it looks like he hit him right in the head. That's how Alistair Black ended the match. It ended with a black mass and a cover, 1, 2, 3. Alistair Black wins. I was a little disappointed because, well, I know that I do like Alistair Black, and I know he was gonna win because you don't just show up from NXT. Well, I shouldn't say that because most of NXT superstars who come up have been treated like crap. But since they're trying to change things a little bit now, hopefully that won't happen. And he's new, so he needed to win. But I feel bad for Andrade because they're not really giving them anything. They're just kind of getting them beat up. I mean, they had a little thing going on there with Ray. And I don't know if they're going to continue that on to WrestleMania or not, which I hope they do. That would be awesome if Andrade got a match against Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania. But there was not even a sign of that on here on SmackDown Live. He didn't even mention Rey Mysterio's name. So maybe it's over. I don't know. Hopefully not. But we'll just have to wait and see. I give this match, how much did I give? I gave it 3.5 stars. And that's not because it's bad or anything. I just, I want to know what's going on with Andrade, because I really like Andrade. I don't want to see him fall to a jobber status, Next was a backstage segment with DIY. They were just asked, how it feels to be on SmackDown. They were giving their opinions when they were interrupted by the Bar. This then led into a match between the Bar and Tommaso and Johnny. But before I get to that, I just want to mention a line that Johnny said before they led into this match. He said to the Bar that we're not here to set the bar, we're here to break the bar. Now, I thought they were going to do raise the bar because it just sounds cool, raise the bar. But I guess that's why they don't set the bar. But they're going to break the bar, which I thought was a really good line. This, like I said, this then led into a match between DIY and the Bar. I'm a little bit confused. Not confused, I should say. Just I know on NXT DIY, well, not even truly formed as DIY. They were just kind of put together on the main roster. Like, I know they're getting along in NXT. They're both heels and they get along, but they haven't been made. It's not like they're official tag team anymore until they're being put back on the main roster. Now they debuted as a tag team, and I don't know how long it's gonna last. But in NXT, they're heels. They're big, like they're the biggest heels right now. At least Tommaso Ciampa is, and Johnny Gargano is a heel. I mean, I like Johnny Gargano, but he's not as big of a heel as Tommaso is. So it's just kind of strange just having them come up and beat, which seems to be faces. I mean, they seem to act like faces. They get the face reaction. They get the face spots. They, get lucky like faces. They get cheered like faces. So I just don't know what's going on there. But besides that, the match itself was pretty good. I gave this match 4 stars out of 5. This was probably my match of the night. So the match wise, I have nothing to complain about the match. It was awesome. It was kind of like a David versus Goliath type of deal. The Bar was much bigger than them, much heavier than them, but DIY was able to pull it out with a number of good moves. A lot of jumps over the ropes and jumps through the ropes from Johnny and from Tommaso. There was this one move off the top rope. No, Tommaso did a sunset flip over Sheamus and gave him a powerbomb, but Sheamus landed right on Tommaso's knee. So there was a little bit of ooh there, because you didn't know if it was real or not, because Tommaso is such a good seller too. He sells everything very, very well. Hopefully, he finished the match, so hopefully he was okay. Like I said, I don't know if I said this, but DIY won the match. They were able to roll. I think it was just kind of like a sneaky roll up, and Tommaso pinned Sheamus and got the 1, 2, 3. That was the end of that. Like I said, very good match. Go back and watch it. It was probably my match of the night. 4 stars out of 5. Next was Asuka. Asuka came back. I haven't seen Asuka in a while. They've been kind of focusing on the Raw Women's title, so they've been kind of keeping Asuka in the dark. But she came back tonight, which I was happy to see, because, there's more than one women's title. She was in for an interview in the ring saying, there's been so much talk about the Raw Women's title now. This is Smackdown. Let's have the Smackdown Women's title be in the spotlight. And then she didn't say that because, Asuka, she can barely speak English. She was just like, who's ready for Asuka? She wanted to know who's ready for Asuka. And then she was interrupted by Mandy Rose. This then turned into a little match. How much? I was just thinking about how many stars I give this match. I had it at 3.5, but I think I'm just gonna make it 3, because I don't like giving out halves. I know I do that sometimes, but I'm usually just like a straightforward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 star guy. But she was interrupted by Mandy Rose. They started fighting. It was an okay back and forth match. It was good for TV. You know what I mean? There was nothing special. You get those special matches. You might get those special matches on a rare TV show, but you get those really special matches on usually on a pay-per-view. But it was a good match. In the middle of the match, they were interrupted by Lacey Evans, who is doing her walking down the ramp and going back up. I get what they're doing, because they want to give her attention. They want to get her out there so people can see her. But I don't care, which is sad, because I like Lacey Evans. I know people are nagging on her, and because of what happened at the Royal Rumble. I mean, she just had a bad night. This woman can go. If you go back and watch some of her NXT work, this woman can fight. It's sad to see what happened at the Royal Rumble, and hopefully this is just not them trying to like not have her wrestle. But like I said, I give this match 3 stars out of 5. It was a good TV match. Oh, did I say Mandy Rose won? Mandy Rose rolled up Asuka and got the 1, 2, 3. So this is probably going to head into a match between them at Fastlane. And God knows who's going to be Asuka's opponent at WrestleMania. Hopefully it's Charlotte Flair. I wouldn't mind seeing Charlotte Flair dropped from the Raw titles match and go from the Smackdown titles, and having Becky go for that Raw women's title. But either way, if it's a triple threat match at WrestleMania, then it's going to be good too, because it's going to be a good match because they worked it so well. I mean, they took Becky right out of there and they put Charlotte right in there. And I know a lot of people were pissed over that, or mad, I should say. They were mad over that. But it's just good storytelling, because you know Becky Lynch is going to be back in that match. And look, I'm sitting here talking about the Raw title when SmackDown was on, and it was Asuka is the SmackDown champion, SmackDown Women's Champion. And that's how much she's been gone that I'm still talking about the Raw title match, women's title match. After that, they had a Charlotte Flair backstage segment. Basically, she was watching the TV and she was laughing at Asuka, saying that she lost and blah, blah, blah. The interviewer went on to say, you know, what's going on, mentioned what's going on between her and Becky Lynch and Ronda. They mentioned how last Saturday Becky Lynch intervened in a live event match between Asuka and Charlotte beat her up, and then Becky came out at the Elimination Chamber match and beat both Ronda and Charlotte up with the crutch. Just more good storytelling, I guess. It's just I can't get enough of this. This is like the hottest rivalry going in wrestling today, and it's a triple threat match. Well, at least right now it's a triple threat match. So wow, you don't usually get that type of hype for a triple threat match. But Becky Lynch is just going. I'm sad to say that Becky Lynch was not here on SmackDown tonight. Basically, you know, you want to build some stuff up, so you can't have her there every night. But during the interview, Charlotte showed off some of the bruises. I'm not sure if that was makeup or not, but if it wasn't, holy, the makeup, the bruises she was showing on her arm, they were just like, well, they were really pink. They were really purple. And it was a huge one, like right down her arm. So if that's real, then that must really hurt. Next, we had Ricochet versus Eric Young match. Who's Eric Young, you say? Oh, he's the leader of Sanity. Who's Sanity? Oh yeah, they haven't been shown on SmackDown for God knows how long now. I was surprised they're even a tag team still. I mean, I feel bad for Sanity because they deserve so much better, so much more than this. They don't deserve this to be shown up and beat and then going away. I mean, and it was a good match, by the way. I mean, Charlotte, Ricochet and Eric Young, you know, they wrestle back and forth. Ricochet does all his high flying stuff. Sanity did get involved a little bit. Wolf was able to distract Ricochet for a bit. What else happened? Ricochet was able to take out the rest of Sanity. Actually, not the rest of Sanity, because the rest of Sanity, including Eric Young, and then he just kind of rolled them into the ring and got the pin. Oh no, I'm saying he hit the 630 and then got the pin. 1, 2, 3. It wasn't. See, I don't know what to say about this match. See, I'm kind of like lost for words, you could say, because this is a Ricochet match. And Ricochet is an amazing superstar. And I don't want to take anything away from Eric Young, because he is an amazing superstar too. But just, he hasn't been hyped to the point of Ricochet, and he hasn't been used to the point of Ricochet. I mean, like I said, I haven't seen Sandy or Eric Young since I don't know when. But so he got him in the ring, got the 630 splash, and pinned him 1, 2, 3, and I give this match 3 stars. Don't hate me. I know it's a Ricochet match, and Ricochet is awesome. He can easily get a 5 out of 5 star rating, just not tonight. He just didn't do it tonight. Next was the main event. We had Jeff Hardy versus, sorry, not Jeff Hardy versus, it was Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, and Kofi Kingston versus Daniel Bryan, Samoa Joe, and Randy Orton. This was a good match. I'm not the biggest fan of 6-man tags, because, you know, this kind of all get jumbled up into one, and they don't really get to show everything the superstars, I mean, they don't really get to show everything that they have, because they're trying to fit everybody's spots in, that some spots get missed. But like I said, it was a good match. It was a good main event for SmackDown. It was again, like I said, for that, what match was it? I think it was Asuka and Mandy Rose. It was a good TV match. Well, this is the same thing. This was a good TV main event. If it would have been pay-per-view, well, actually no. If it would have been pay-per-view, it still would have been awful, because usually 6-man tags and pay-per-views aren't that good. They don't usually put much, even on TV. They don't usually put much stock into 6-man tags, unless you're the Shield or the New Day. The match ended when Kofi got the pin on Daniel Bryan, pinned the WWE champion once again, 1, 2, 3, right in the middle of the ring. Match was over. Shane McMahon came out, and he announced that Daniel Bryan's opponent at Fastlane will be, and he paused. Listen to the crowd, because the whole crowd was chanting Kofi, and you already knew he was going to pick Kofi anyway. But yes, Kofi Kingston. So this kind of lowers my hope for Kofi winning the WWE title, because if he gets a shot now, that means he might not get a shot at WrestleMania. And I don't see them just changing, unless they do a rematch at WrestleMania, like with Kofi winning the title here and then Daniel Bryan challenging at WrestleMania. But I don't want to see that. I rather would have just saw Kofi and Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania, and maybe have like a number 1 contendership match at Fastlane for WrestleMania. But no, they didn't do that. Kofi's number 1 contender for Fastlane. I'm unsure how I feel about this match. Well, I do like Kofi. I'm like the rest of the world. I'm chanting Kofi, Kofi, Kofi. But I also love Daniel Bryan. His what he's been able to do with his new character is just amazing stuff. I'm kind of hoping Luke Harper gets involved some way. That's probably how, if Daniel Bryan does beat Kofi, which he probably will, he's probably going to have help, and it's probably going to be, this is probably where they're going to debut Harper. He's going to be with Rowan and Daniel Bryan, and he's going to help Bryan get the win over Kofi. Now, I don't know if this means that Kofi's going to get another shot at WrestleMania or not. He should have just had the shot at WrestleMania instead of being in this match at Fastlane. At least that's my point of view. That was all. SmackDown then went off the air. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you like, and leave comments if you like. Tell me if I'm wrong, if I'm right, if you like it, if you don't, if you agree or don't agree with me. You know, I'm just here having fun. You guys have a good night. Bye-bye.